What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Debate. I'm extremely excited. I just wanted to say that first and foremost. This is going to be a very, very interesting show. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and definitely subscribe. I've got my guys here, Havoc, Shake Money, and Banks. And also be sure to check out Havoc's channel.
No pass is given.
No pass is given, my
I
man.
appreciate that shout out. You don't even know my channel name. This guy.
Well, I was rolling for a minute and then I just lost it.
Let me share a little story about being a content creator, because I'm new to the game. I'm about a month and a half into the game. You know, getting my feet wet. And if I can say this to anybody, just remember this: measure twice, cut once. You don't want to be out here making videos that you can't use. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But what's up, y'all?
Well, I wanted to. I didn't say this backstage, but when I first started making videos, I didn't know there was different types of audio output that you can use. So there was obviously you have your regular microphone audio that you could use, and it sounds a lot clearer. But the whole time, probably with like my first 6 months of doing 4 or 5 months I was doing YouTube, I had to join on stereo audio, and that audio sounded so terrible. So I was sitting there like, I just spent $150 on this microphone, and this joint sounds like crap.
Yeah.
Now, I literally had to Google and figure out why that joint was sounding like crap. They said, you gotta go and switch the audio output from stereo to Yeti microphone. I was like, oh damn, I'm about to be a bad mofo now.
You was on that default mic.
Wait, time out, bro.
What's up?
Where the hell did you get what black man has a piano in his damn house?
Oh, you like that joint? Oh, you like that joint right here?
Wait. What do you mean what black man has a piano in his house?
Bruh,
Were you compensated and
Did you wonder?
Bro, you like this?
Ray Charles?
You like this?
And they can't see.
Wait, what black man? All right, hold on. What poor black man? Let's not name celebrity.
You see my couch?
Yeah,
you like that joint?
Where the hell did you get a piano from, bro? What the hell is that?
Hey. I can't be giving up where I can get my stuff from.
Damn, bro. Listen, I can't afford it, bro. You're too rich for me. I don't know you no more, bro.
I can't. I'm waiting for the real owners of the house to walk in that front door.
That mug look nice, don't it? That mug look nice. What you think, Shake?
I was like, man.
Police.
You like that joint. I know you like that joint. But check this though.
In the words of Noriega, you done
Look
came
at that
up.
Joe. Look at that Joe.
My man is messing around with the StreamYard options.
You like that,
Look at that.
Yeah.
My man is roaming around in the StreamYard settings.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir. You see that joint red.
You done came up. What? Making it happen.
Hey.
But first things first, man. First thing is first. Banks. Saturday night, we ended up making our ritual weekly picks. Obviously, the Los Angeles Rams went to go face the New York Jets.
Oh my God.
For the folks at home,
How you gonna lose to the Jets?
the folks at home that didn't watch Saturday's show, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna summarize it for you. Don't worry. Jets at the Rams.
Wait, are you gonna pick the Jets, DeVore?
Hell yeah! The Rams gotta lose the next 2 games for the Cardinals to win the division.
The Jets are not. The Jets are gonna go winless for the 2020 NFL season.
Jets.
The Jets will go winless for the 2020 NFL season.
Jets.
So I'll the Rams.
I'm clipping this. And I'm posting it Monday morning.
Bro, clip it, post it, chop it up, throw it in some stir fry. Do what you want to do with it, bro.
Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a.
This is the week for the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets.
Is the week.
They gotta get a week sometime, probably in 2021, but we'll see.
The Jets are gonna get curb stomped this weekend.
Big fat mouth up there. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
week, boy.
Keep talking.
Listen.
I'm just playing around with this joint, but I'm enjoying it. But go ahead, Banks. Get what you gotta get off your chest, because I got a lot to say.
Oof. Man.
I mean, I'll let you go first, man. I'll save it because my rant might go for a while.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
And before you do that, after you do all that, I want you to play the clip where you said the New England Patriots is going to beat the Dolphins.
I made a prediction. My feet were on the table about the
here we go.
Yeah.
There's a big, huge difference. Like, I literally had my feet on the table. I'm like, yeah, this is the week for the Jets. I like the matchup for the Jets. The Rams, they seem to be struggling. But don't worry. I got a little time to
What are you talking about? We were just on fire. What?
Y'all was struggling against the Jets. So, but don't worry, Shaking Havoc. I'm gonna get on to it and later on in the show. But for right now, this is about Banks right now.
Man, I swear.
With the second best corner in the NFL, man.
Yeah, the second best corner in the NFL. But Banks,
man, look, did y'all see how heated Aaron Donald was at the end of the game? Though he's like, I cannot believe we just lost to the Jets.
I'd be heated too.
Yeah, I'd be hot. I'd be hot if I lost to the Jets. I'll say that much.
I'd be super heated.
Us Dolphin fans ain't got to worry about those problems. You know what I'm saying? Only gave up 3 points in 2 games, but you know the vibes.
But Banks, I cut the game on, right? I was like, this got to be the Jets week. This is definitely the Jets week. And then I ended up seeing the Rams go 3 and out real quick. The Jets went down the field and scored a touchdown. I was like, yeah, this is it for them. Then y'all went back out. Y'all went 3 and out again. I was like, oh yeah, got a 14-point lead. We good right now. We good. I know you were sweating at that time. I was like, this motherfucker probably gonna be right again. But go ahead, Jet Banks. Let me know what your mind was during that game.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Are you done?
Jeff, go ahead.
Are you done?
Bro, no, I'm not. Because I did want to touch on Jared Goff too, because I know you stated in the past that Jared Goff is not the answer, but I told you this for the longest time, and I'm gonna get to you Havoc and Shake a little later because I see a little bit of comparison in Tua as far as Jared Goff is concerned. But back to Jared Goff.
I would take Tua.
Ask Rams fans who they would rather have, Jared Goff or Tua Tagovailoa.
I would definitely take Tua right now.
Well, I'm just gonna state for the record that looking at the Rams offense, like, it just looks a little bit too vanilla right now. Like, I need an extra weapon or something, like, because it's just y'all just don't have that dynamite player on your team, and y'all need that. So, you know what? I'm going to end up just taking the high road, even though you tried to bribe me earlier on this morning, thinking I was going to take it easy on you. But go ahead.
I mean, that's really nothing to mother say, other than the fact we got our asses whipped. That's just what it came down to. I'm going to say it like this, and it's no disrespect to Miami Dolphins fans or anything like that. But I feel like it was a situation very identical to the Dolphins game, where we walked into the game once again with our pants around our ankles, and we lollygagged. And unfortunately, it cost us. Watching the game, it just didn't look like Jared Goff. Once again, it comes down to Jared freaking Goff. The offense it doesn't have a problem. Jared Goff is our problem. Period. He's just not the guy. And it's crazy because 3 years ago, you wouldn't find me saying this. I was a Jared Goff fan. I was standing behind him. But I am no longer, after losing the Jets, the only way that I can stand behind Jared Goff moving forward is Jared Goff wins me a Super Bowl. That's it. If he can't win me a Super Bowl, I want him gone. Period. I no longer wish to have Jared Goff. I'm so over Jared Goff that I'm willing to take Carson Wentz, this ridiculous ass contract, as compensate as an even exchange to get rid of this dude. Because I had enough of seeing piss poor, sub poor play for him. When we play effectively, when we're even if we're not winning, when we play effectively, if you pay attention to the numbers, Jared Goff has a pretty solid game. He'll be somewhere around 60-65% completion rating for the game. He'll have close to 85-90 QBR rating. He'll have about 300 yards passing and maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns. Those are solid numbers for Jared Goff. They're not outstanding, but those are solid numbers. Considering all the talent that this kid has, honestly, the guy can throw every pass there is. He can throw the ball. There's no question. It's not like accuracy is an issue, because if you look at his numbers, he's not an inaccurate quarterback. It's not like he doesn't have throwing power, because if you look at the numbers, he can throw the ball deep. I just think that it has an issue. I feel like he plays afraid every game. I feel like he feels like he's like we have a backup behind him that can take his position. That's how he plays to me. He plays way too erratic for me, and it's just, bro, I don't like attacking players because I understand what I don't understand, the pressure that they're under being professional athletes. But we're paying you so much freaking money. And when I say the Rams dropped a bag on this guy, they dropped a bag on him like he was Peyton Manning. And he has yet to live up to the expectations of being an elite quarterback getting paid that kind of money. And you know what? I don't even know if that's elite money these days, because the salary cap is booming so hard. You can't even say what's elite money anymore, because guys are just cashing in. But I can tell you that the Jared Goff contract was fucking, I'm sorry, excuse my language. It was ridiculous for him to be getting paid that much money for him not to be able to do what we need him to do. The running game did not work this game. And again, that's another testament to just our offensive line not getting out on the blocks early. Our running back struggled this game. Cam Akers is actually dealing with an injury. He had a high ankle sprain from what it sounds like. And that's the problem that you have when you're doing running back by committee, is when a running back gets hot, the rest of the guys, because they're not playing and they're not coming in, every so often like they normally coming in, they're cold. So our backup running backs couldn't come in and be effective the way we needed them. And that's the key to our offense. We have a very big run-heavy offense that's predicated on the play-action pass. And if the run game doesn't work, we all know common sense the play-action doesn't work. Period. And when we can't run play-action to pass the ball and we got to sit back and shotgun, I don't trust Jared Goff. I don't trust him. But I'm paying attention to everything. Most of his yards come from play-action because it's trickery. It's because we've run the wall so well that, okay, there's that threat of handing the ball off to a running back that can gas you for 8, 9, 10 yards on the carry. But when there's no threat there, what the hell can Jared Goff do? I don't trust Jared Goff to go out there and throw the ball 40 times a game. I just don't do it. And when it comes down to it, I'm not going to blame that. Yeah, the defense played a little bit, whatever, but it's Jared Goff. Point blank period. It's Jared Goff. Jared Goff needs to go. We need to find a way to get rid of this dude. Some way, somehow, we got to get rid of him. We should be looking at a quarterback in the draft, regardless of where we finish at the end of the season. I don't care if we win a damn Super Bowl. We need to be looking into the quarterback of the future, because Jared Goff ain't it. I had enough of it. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm pissed off because we lost to the damn Jets, bro. I can see if it was – I could deal with the Dolphins' loss, because you know what? The Dolphins actually played great. Defensively, you guys played fantastic. I still don't think you guys' offense played well enough to win the game. Luckily, y'all defense turned – maybe this – what? 4 turnovers, 5 turnovers that Jared Goff gave you guys alone? That Jared Goff gave you? Here we are talking about Jared Goff again. He gave you 4 or 5 turnovers in that game alone. And then here we are again talking about Jared Goff against the Jets. It's just enough, bro. Like, enough is enough. McVay needs to hold this damn guy accountable. This boy ain't getting the job done. If we don't get a quarterback in the draft next year or something like that, we should be bringing in someone to light a fire under his ass. We should have somebody that can make a threat to the quarterback situation. Maybe Jameis Winston or something. I'll take J-Bo right now. I'll take Jameis Winston. I'll take Jameis Winston in a Rams jersey. I'll take that. Over Jared Goff, I'll take that. Any day, I'll take that.
Here's the $1 million question. Would you take Ryan Tannehill over Jared Goff?
I mean, I wouldn't say all that. But no, I'm joking. I would take Ryan Tannehill the last year and a half, 2 years, last 2 years of his professional NFL career. He's actually looked like an NFL quarterback. I just talk a lot of crap because I know he's going to give you a hard time. But he actually been playing pretty well. Tannehill's been playing pretty good. I gotta give him that. So yeah, I would take Tannehill over Jared Goff. Yeah, I would definitely take Tannehill over Jared Goff. The Jared Goff is terrible. He is garbage. He's garbage. Get rid of this damn guy. Get rid of him.
Wasn't he a number one pick? Wasn't he a number one pick?
Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And I mean that.
It's interesting because I remember before the Rams played the Dolphins, Jared Goff was rated as the worst quarterback under pressure in the NFL. And that kind of makes me think of a quote from Steven Jackson where he says, "I make love to pressure." It's always an issue when you got a quarterback who doesn't do well under pressure. And, you know, the second point is Jared Goff is what I like to refer to as a stacked deck quarterback. If the deck isn't set with weapons all over the place, he gets exposed. And I think that's what Jared Goff is. He's a stacked deck quarterback. If the whole deck isn't lined up, all pretty wrapped up with a bow, you got Todd Gurley at running back, you got all types of wide receivers running all over the place, you got at least one Pro Bowl offensive lineman. If you don't have that, he ain't that good. And hey, I mean, welcome to the land that the Miami Dolphins have been living in for a long time. To be quite honest, is like, man, y'all are in that sunken place right now. To make a Get Out reference, where it's like y'all are good enough to compete, but y'all ain't good enough to really do anything. Like, you're good enough to mess up your draft position every single year, and you're tied down to a quarterback who, you know, is frankly not that good.
But here's the thing. I agree with most of your point. I agree with the comparison that you made with Jared Goff. Honestly, I do. I think that's a comparison that's very good. That's a very good comparison. The part I disagree with is, even though Jared Goff is bad, I still, as crazy as it sounds, and it's not just me being a homer or anything like that, I still think we're competitive enough to go to the Super Bowl. Because we have everything else in place. It's just, what Jared Goff are we going to get? It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with this guy. Who are we going to get? We don't know what the hell quarterback we're going to get because he's too inconsistent. We have everything else working good for us. We have a head coach that knows what the hell he's doing. We have a head coach that knows what the hell he's doing. We have an offense, when the quarterback plays well, it works. We have a defense that's playing really good defense this year. I thought our defense was going to be terrible. That's honestly what I thought. I thought our defense was going to be historically bad.
You thought your defense was going to be bad with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey?
Right, because it's more, to me, I look at it as defense is more. I feel you even though you got a guy like Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, I still feel like you need more camaraderie on the defensive side of the ball. And we had a lot of young pieces that came in this year. We played a lot of rookies this year. And we got a lot of first year guys. We got to remember, we got rid of Marcus Peters a few years ago. We got rid of LaMarcus Joyner. You know, Josh Johnson, which, you know, he was hurt last year. There was questions about his health coming back into the season. We had issues at the linebacker spot with Mekhi Kaiser. And, you know what I mean? So we had some questions. We honestly did. We actually had some questions on the defensive side of the ball. Even with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, we still had some question marks. So I thought the defense is going to be playing worse than the offense. But when actuality is, the offense ain't really been, offense has been up and down. But when you watch the quarterback play, it explains everything perfectly fine. When Jared Goff plays to win the game, when he plays to protect the lead or whatever, we win the game. But when he goes out there, we got to put the game in his hand. I don't trust Jared Goff to bring us back from a 17-point deficit like we were against the damn Jets. I don't trust it. We were down 17-3 against the Jets, who can barely score points. Like, that's the part that's blowing my damn mind, is because no matter how well you play on the defensive side of the ball, you still got to go to the sideline like, damn, here comes Jared Goff off the field again. And the guy Jared Goff is the perfect comparison. This is the perfect comparison to Jared Goff. Jay Cutler. He has no emotion.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Jay Cutler and Jared Goff are twins.
Very punchable face.
Very punchy. You want to punch him in the lip. Like, man, come on, bro. I'm sick and tired of Jared Goff, man. I am sick of him, bro.
Hey, y'all got him for a while, so you better get used to him.
Yeah, well,
it could be worse. You could have Carson Wentz.
I'm not hoping for career-ending injuries, but
you just want an injury settlement so you can move on.
Yeah, maybe we could get something to happen like a complete ACL tear.
Hey, maybe y'all should call up Tanya Harding or something.
Oh my God, bro! I mean, something's better than nothing, bro. Like this guy is giving us nothing. I can't even say that he's having his year ain't even been impressive to me. I can't even say, well, he played good this year. No, I ain't even played good this year. Like this guy is. I'm sorry, man.
You feel better?
I don't. I'm not going to feel better until this season was a failure, unless we win a Super Bowl, because we lost to the damn Jets. If the Jets don't win another game this year, you know who's the only team that the Jets beat this year?
Hey, you know what? Shout out to the Rams, though, because if the Jets get a little bit of momentum, that means Trevor Lawrence stays out of the AFC East. So, shout out to y'all for not doing y'all's job. I appreciate that.
Definitely.
keep Trevor Lawrence out the AFC East.
Another interesting note for Adam Gaze's head coaching resume. Outcoached Sean McVay.
No, that's not. That's nowhere near accurate. Don't do that. That's nowhere near accurate. That's nowhere near accurate. I'm not even gonna let you do that to Sean McVay. Yeah, that was a reach. That was a big reach. You're not even gonna do McVay like that. Hell of a reach, bro. That was a big reach. That was a terrible reach.
That's gonna get him in the Hall of Fame.
So, NBA opening night was last night. Oh, check this joint out. Check this out.
Yeah,
there you go, right there. And the NBA opening night was last night. Yeah, that's dope, ain't it?
Yeah,
you've been in your bag, bro. You've been in your bag.
That was last night, but obviously you had the Lakers versus the Clippers and the Nets versus the Warriors. What was you guys' biggest takeaway from NBA opening night?
Whew. The Clippers ain't no joke. That's what I took away. Boy, look, man, when Paul George is on, bro, it's you match it up with Kawhi and all them dudes that got in the Clippers, man. And to be honest with you, man, I'm looking at Doc Rivers, and I'm like, I understand you're a championship coach, but this is multiple seasons where your teams. And I'm talking about his reign with the Clippers. This is multiple seasons where your team's underperformed. In my opinion, that whole Lob City time, all they did was choke, basically. And then he went to Philadelphia. And what's the rap on the 76ers? They keep underachieving. So, hey man, they still got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, man. They still a threat, but I don't see the league having an answer for LeBron and AD. Anytime soon, quite frankly. So, you know, that's hey man, that's what I'm taking away.
You said something, Shake?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
No takeaway for you, Shake?
To me, this is like preseason.
Banks?
To me, I don't get into basketball. I don't start taking basketball seriously until like after the All-Star break.
Well, it was nice to see Steph Curry on the floor.
Yeah, saw James Wiseman.
Yeah, James Wiseman. He posted up 19 points last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
19.
Terry Rozier dropped 40 tonight. So, hey man, this stuff. I like that LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo is going to take that Rookie of the Year. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you about the ring ceremony. Did you like it?
Well,
who cares? Who cares about a COVID ring ceremony?
I think the ring ceremony was dope for the most part because considering I don't like the bubble idea. I still think I got an asterisk next to that season. I don't care who would have won the championship. I don't care if it has anything to do with LeBron or whoever. I think it has an asterisk. I don't think the season should have continued. But anyway, it was a good ceremony. The family of all the players. When do you often get to see the family, come in and congratulate? You know what I mean? You don't really get to see that. So that was definitely different. That's what I love about the NBA.
Did you see that LeBron's wife wasn't on his video?
But that's the thing, though.
But his mom was.
Yeah, but she's always like that. I don't think there's nothing to that. I did see that, though, but a lot of people are talking about that. That's always been them, though. Like, she doesn't seem to be into all that stuff. Come on, she's LeBron wife. Like, she's.
What you mean? You gotta congratulate your husband for
the
ultimate NBA accomplishment. Or the second most.
Well, wait.
I'm sure LeBron got that thing. Congratulate
him for the accomplishment. She out there raising them kids.
Right.
He should be thanking her.
Right.
I agree with that, but still, like, everybody else's wife was up there.
I think there's something. I think there's a little bit of a difference. Most NBA players meet their significant other after they get a little bit of fame and money.
Right. They've been high school sweethearts,
LeBron has been with his wife since he's been in high school.
Yeah.
So their dynamic is a little bit different. She didn't come on the scene as like a social media influencer looking to bag an NBA player. She keeps it on the low. For the most part, like I don't hear anything about LeBron's wife ever. Quite frankly, I hear more about LeBron's mom than LeBron's wife.
Yeah, she's always been like that.
That's just her being consistent, in my opinion. Not self promoting, being about the family. You know what I'm saying? Just making being the overseer of the empire.
Right. I think she and I that's what I love about her. I love that about her. She just has that aura where she just wants to be herself. And I like that. I like the fact. Now, if you ever followed LeBron on social media, you see that his wife is around a lot. They actually do spend a lot of time together, LeBron and his wife, when they are available. They spend a lot of time together, a lot of family time, a lot of one-on-one romantic time. They always, doing something. Like I said, man, when it comes down to the LeBron James thing, I'm very, all my issues with LeBron is on the court. I have on-the-court issues with LeBron. Off the court, there is no, like I said, over and over and over, there's no better athlete in this universe, even Michael Jordan, even bigger than Michael Jordan off the floor than LeBron James. There's nobody bigger than LeBron. The things that LeBron James brings to the table as a man off the floor, as a father, I mean, his whole school that he started, and, he's just brilliant off the floor. But on the court, he's a little bit of a crybaby and a whiner. Too much for me. But about the topic of with the NBA, opening games last night. Like to go back to Shane's point, the Clippers look good. I thought the Lakers looked a bit like they were caught in sand a bit. Anthony Davis played pretty okay. I think he had 18 points if I'm not mistaken or something like that. LeBron had like 20 something, but it's just they had to turn the ball over quite a bit between those two. I think they had over like 13, 14 turnovers or something like that. So the Lakers are going to be there, man. Like they're going to be there. Yeah, they'll be fine. I like what I saw of the Clippers. I think this Clippers team, honestly, is better than this Clipper team last year. 2 reasons. Reason number 1, Montrezl Harrell has no business starting in anybody's starting rotation as a starting center. As a starting center, he has no business being in anybody's rotation. That's why the Lakers don't start him. He has no business being there. The Clippers were starting this guy. And when you're going up against the Lakers, against a guy like AD, Montrezl Harrell is a really good defender. He's a rim protector and all that stuff, but AD going to kill him. You need size against AD. You need to have somebody that can contest him at the rim. That's what, they got. What they got,
Ibaka.
Ibaka is a shot blocker, rim defender. You got Nicholas Batum, who's not like an interior defender guy, but he's a guy that can defend the wing, play defense really well. He's a knockdown 3-point guy. They added some really good weapons, and that they have consistent 3-point shooters now. They have consistent 3-point shooters. Last year it was make a break with Kawhi or Paul George, and if Paul George didn't work, we're gonna go to Lou Williams. But Lou Williams ain't good enough to be in a starting rotation to be coming out there defending your best point guard, your best shooting guard. He's too little. but he could put up baskets. But that's not gonna. The offense ain't, you know. I think the Clippers were just a little bit too defensive, and that's a testament to their coach, because that's how Doc Rivers coaches, and that's why, you know, Philly's going to be, you know, where they're at. And as you can see, Philly struggled tonight against Washington. They struggled because, you know, I don't feel like that whole this defensive minded thing is going to work in the league. You got to be able to put up baskets, and you can't be in situations where, like you're in the Milwaukee Bucks earlier, where they get into the third quarter and they're missing every damn shot they're putting up. You can't go on stretches where you're not making baskets. This league is too dynamic now. There's too many good ways to finish and get to the basket, and too many good players for you to be in stretches where you're not scoring points. This is what it is. But, you know, overall, the Lakers are going to be fine. It's, you know, they're going to be all right. They're going to be in the conference final or the finals again this year. I mean, I don't see nobody beating them. Now, Brooklyn, though.
I was gonna say you gonna just leave Brooklyn out?
Nah, you know I wasn't gonna leave Brooklyn. I got KD for MVP this year. Like, there's no doubt about it. I feel like KD is gonna win MVP this year. He has that story already generating fuel with him coming back from injury over being off the floor for over 19 months. He got that working for him. You got the whole everybody's looking at you now that you're not a Warrior. You know what I mean? Can you do it? I think KD, man, how they looked last night, boy, the East better watch out, boy. Especially with the way the Milwaukee Bucks just looked with now. They needed a fourth quarter to come back against the Celtics, who didn't even have Kemba Walker playing tonight. And then Giannis Antetokounmpo misses the game-winning free throw the game-tying free throw to end the regulation. He misses the free throw. You think Kevin Durant is going to miss a free throw with the game on the line? No. Nah, buddy. Nah. Mm-mm. And then the Heat lose to the Miami Heat lose to the Orlando Magic. Like, I don't see Brooklyn losing even on a bad night. I don't think they're going to lose to the Magic. Nah, bro. Nah.
I mean, I think Kyrie's in the perfect position, because Kyrie is like, he's like the perfect. I want to be a leader, but I don't want all the responsibilities of being a leader. And as long as Kevin Durant is in Brooklyn, there's no doubt about who the top dog is. Right. And you know what I mean?
Point, Shay.
Like Kyrie, don't call me
Havoc.
Shake, bro. Kyrie is like the perfect, he's like the perfect over talented lieutenant. You know what I mean? Like I don't want the spotlight. I don't want to have to lead the troops in the battle, but I want to be right next to the guy that's leading the troops in the battle. That's ideally who Kyrie is. And I think when Kyrie gets put in that first and foremost role, that upfront role, man, he ain't built for it. He's shown that. But I mean, KD alone is a playoff bid, quite frankly. I don't think, outside of like maybe his rookie season in Seattle, I don't think Kevin Durant has ever missed the playoffs. So that, like, they're going to make the playoffs. It's not even going to be an issue. Now the real thing is, can they come together? Same thing with the Clippers. Can they come together as a team and challenge for the championship? Can they do it in year one? Most time when you make, you know, you have big players come together, it doesn't happen in year one. It happens in year 2 or 3. So we'll see.
I think they'll be all right. I think.
Oh, bro, it's still the East. It's still the East.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
exactly what they got working with for them. They have it's a good chance that they go this year, because, like you said, it's the East.
Yeah. Ain't nobody afraid of Gordon Hayward.
Right. The only team I see that's in their way, honestly, is I'm gonna pass it back to the Miami Heat, because of what Miami Heat proved to me last year defensively, and they can compete with anybody. And I think Miami is gonna have that "we're not afraid of you" attitude, and that's what's gonna kind of rattle the Nets a little bit. But I don't see. Oh, well, I mean, I guess you can consider Boston. I mean, they're another team that's kind of, you know, scary. But
as long as Kemba Walker, long as Kemba Walker's there, bro, I don't.
Right? Yeah, I was just saying with Kemba, you don't really know, you know, what you're gonna get. You know, I don't know with him either. I love Kemba.
You can't have the guy dominating the ball and dominating the shooting. Quite frankly, homie's like 5'11" ish, 6 foot. Like, we saw that in the playoffs last season, where, like, bro, like, defensively, he's already a liability defensively. And on top of that, I mean, offensively, if it's not going for him, you know, he's one of them dudes, man, that probably he'll shoot you out the game, bro. So
Yeah,
to be determined, and we still don't know where James Harden's gonna be. So we're gonna have to see where that domino falls too.
I feel like James Harden is doing everything he can to get out of Houston.
Bro,
hopefully Boston. You end up being traded to Boston.
When you go to a strip club without a mask on,
he's definitely
clearly you don't want to go to work anymore.
Right, he's doing I don't know why everybody's not bringing that up. He's doing everything he can to get traded.
They fined him $40,000 for what he did.
Like what Dwayne Haskins
40,000?
Oh no, that was Haskins. That was Haskins. Never mind.
Yeah,
that was
I
Haskins.
was going to say 40,000. 40,000.
James Harden ain't nothing.
That's Chuck.
That is true. That is true.
Didn't he sign a supermax with the Rockets?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he making over $200 million.
Oh yeah, James Harden got fined $50,000.
Yeah, 50. He got hit with 50. But that's taxes like that.
Yeah, right. That's
a
write-off. That's a write-off for him. Yeah.
Those are pennies.
James Harden was at Lil Baby's birthday party talking about Lil Baby was there, and he said he brought me a Prada bag because he proud of me.
All right. So real quick before we move on to the next topic, we had the discussion about James Harden earlier about possible landing spots. Did anybody want to change up their possible landing spot?
He can't. James Harden is in a situation where it's like you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. He can't go back to Houston. So what's going to happen as the season unfolds? There's going to be more and more pressure to move him, and that high asking price that they were asking teams for, that's going to come down. So who knows, man?
I don't know. Based off of how Brooklyn looked, I think one of those teams will be calling sooner rather than later.
They don't need him. I hope not. They don't need him.
Well, I'm talking about other teams outside of Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
To compete with Brooklyn, because you look at Brooklyn across the board, like looking at the rest of the East, I just
think they're going to have to give up too many good pieces. They're going to have to give up a lot of their bench players.
Yes.
A lot of their future compensation. They're going to have to give up draft. I just think it's going to be too much.
That's why a lot of good teams don't want to make that move, because it's like I'm gonna have to trade my whole bench for this guy.
It's gotta be either the 76ers or the Celtics. It's between those two teams. Like you can give up a Jason Tatum and
if you're the Celtics, I mean you'll move Kemba and
you can't. I don't think they'll take Kemba. I don't think the Rockets will take Kemba.
Well, the Rockets aren't in a good position. They don't have the leverage and the negotiation. Like James Harden threw all their leverage off the cliff. He's not showing up to work.
I would take Jason Tatum for James Harden straight up if I was the Rockets. I would do that.
Because you know James Harden's not going to show up in shape. You know he's not going to show up in shape.
Yeah, but the Suns, I've already said, Jason Tatum is off. They just gave him another deal. They just gave him a max. I don't know if you paid that. Right. He got a max. He ain't going nowhere, bro. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are there to stay. They're not going nowhere.
So, if Kemba, Marcus Smart picks, that's what
They're not going to take Kemba.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
They're not taking Kemba.
You're going to need some draft. You're going to have to give up too much for him.
Houston doesn't have a lot of options, bro. They can either sit on it, but they're holding a depreciating stock, so they need to move off of it.
So then it ends up coming down to Philly. You're going to have to give up Ben Simmons.
Philly is the most likely spot.
Yeah.
Philly is the most likely
They're going to have to give up Ben Simmons.
How that's going to work with. Right. They're going to have to give up Ben Simmons, which I honestly don't think they should do. They shouldn't get touched Ben Simmons. They shouldn't move Ben Simmons at all.
So if you had to pick which one you want to keep, Ben Simmons or Embiid?
I'm keeping Ben Simmons.
I'm keeping Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in agreement on that one. I would keep
Ben Simmons.
Yeah. No, Joel Embiid, man. I got a problem. I got a problem with players that turn it on and turn it off. I don't like dudes like that. And every time, I swear, sometimes I watch Joel Embiid, it looks like he's playing rec league ball out there.
And he don't take care of his body.
Yes.
Like, my man's always sitting out of games due to stomach aches.
Let me tell you, when he's on,
oh yeah,
boy.
He's on. Problem. He's on.
He on. You can forget it. Yes, there ain't no stopping him, bro. I'm telling you that now.
But when he's off, it looks like he's playing. It looks like he's playing at the YMCA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's just like, it's like, bro, you 7 foot. You 7 foot something. How big are you? and you out here just living on the 3-point line.
Right.
While like the opposing center is like Montrezl Harrell. Like, bro,
Get in
Right.
there and bang.
what are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in
What are
there,
you doing?
man.
Like, you see the climate of the league. You see what teams are rolling out here calling centers. Get in the block.
All right. So Monday, Jim Caldwell had an interview with the Houston Texans. Obviously, in October, the Houston Texans ended up firing Bill O'Brien, their former head coach. And currently, right now, the Houston Texans have Romeo Cornell as the interim head coach.
Oh, 1 second too. I want to add in there that Marvin Lewis is getting some attention now too. That was just
I was just about to get to that because Havoc brought that to my attention before we went live.
Mhm.
So, me personally, because the Houston Texans ended up firing their head coach and the general manager. I think it's a front. They just trying to get their Rooney Rule candidates out the way, and then they're going to end up coming down to just hiring a coach.
Adam Gase.
End up hiring Jefferson somewhere.
Look, man, I love this. Number one, because you see retread coaches in the league, but you never see black coaches get the opportunity to be retreads. Like, I think pretty much we're all pretty much set on the fact that Lovie Smith probably won't be a head coach in the league again. For what reasons, I'm not sure. I didn't think Jim Caldwell would be a head coach again. Now, if you look at his resume, he's the only person that went to Detroit and actually did something there.
Yep.
You look at Marvin Lewis. How long was he at Cincinnati for? And these dudes are out here. They basically got to beg for jobs, right? So
He
for
had
me,
success with Cincinnati.
bro, he was there for like a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I mean, he's a little bit loose with the rules, but every coach got
Loose with the rules.
A little bit loose with the rules,
Are we
you know?
really going to go on the topic of loose with the rules?
a touch. Well, I'm saying when you have the guys that those good Bengals teams had, well, quite honestly, there's not much he could do, right? There's not much you could do. You can't tell Pac-Man Jones what to do in his free time. But I will say I do like the idea of guys like Jim Caldwell, guys like Marvin Lewis, maybe a guy like Lovie Smith getting another shot. Because we keep seeing, every time I look up, Jack Del Rio's got a job somewhere doing something. So why can't Marvin Lewis be in that same cycle? Why can't Jim Caldwell be in that same cycle? That's all I'm saying.
It comes down to that conversation we had before about it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they all track in the same circles.
Even Hugh Jackson, So
Yeah, I feel bad for Hugh. I feel like some of the situations Hugh's been in have not been very good with the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns.
yeah. Well, he was an emergency coach with Oakland, right?
I think he actually got hired for
Okay.
2 years. Right, Banks? He got hired, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Shake,
Hey.
did you want to add anything, man?
Yeah, I think Jim Caldwell, especially when you have a young quarterback, to help develop a young quarterback like Deshaun Watson, I think Jim Caldwell will be a great mentor towards a young quarterback like that. He helped Peyton Manning's career, and he was good when Joe Flacco had his best year when he was with Jim Caldwell. So a lot of people don't realize.
Jim Caldwell's a good offensive coach too.
Jim Caldwell's been good everywhere he's gone.
Yeah,
Exactly. So I hope and last year one of the things that made me the happiest is when we signed him. I'm like, okay, we got somebody that's going to teach whatever quarterback that we have the ropes, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, he had some health issues, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. I think To me, my personal opinion, I think Jim Caldwell would have been a better teacher to Tua than Chan Gailey. But that's just me.
I think he was brought in more to tutor Brian Flores than the quarterback, to be honest. But I think.
Well, he was associate head coach when they brought him in, right?
Yeah, he was assistant head coach. But I think Jim Caldwell would have been the little bird on Chad O'Shea's shoulder with those issues. But we getting off topic.
Yeah.
But
we get into Miami history.
Yeah, we be playing the fly on the wall right now. But go ahead, Banks.
I mean, it's Jim Caldwell, man. Like I was saying, man. I think if anybody deserves a shot to be back, coaching the league, Jim Caldwell definitely deserves it. The way that the Detroit Lions went about their business to bring in Matt Patricia, and that was a fail. And they haven't been relevant since Jim Caldwell. You bring up some good points with Jim Caldwell working with Peyton Manning. The guy just seems to be, it just seems to be right there. You know what I mean? He had some situations, being close to being to the Super Bowl once. So, the guy knows what he's doing. I mean, and I agree with Shake's point about, him working with a young guy like Deshaun Watson, who when I watched Deshaun Watson play, even though he doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins anymore, you can tell there's some mechanics there he needs to work on. He needs a little bit more weapons around him or whatever. He's just relying solely on his athleticism to get him by for the most part, because he's just so talented. He's so special. And I feel like he needs the right support system in play for us to see him, because he's an MVP candidate every year, regardless of what people think or not. He can be an MVP in this league. He can definitely be an MVP.
I 100% agree with that.
But we need him to see him with the right structure. We need somebody to see. And Jim Caldwell doesn't seem like the kind of guy that just going to sit back and just let him fail. I feel like he's going to hold him accountable as well in the film room and stuff like that. He's going to call him out, not publicly, but he's going to direct them. Like, hey, yo, look, you mess up here. Here's how you improve. This is what I can do for you. So I hope the Texans pull the trick on it. It will actually be their first black head coach in that franchise, too. Well, actually, no. I think Romeo Cornell was coach.
Yeah, Romeo Cornell was the head coach.
Yeah. So my apologies to the Texans for that. But yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for him.
And I think a side note, and I would not be surprised, and I'm gonna just call it right now. Look for the Houston Texans to copy the Miami Dolphin playbook. But bring in a front office guy and a head coach that already have an established relationship, and you just give them the keys, and you just back away. That's all I'm saying.
You really ain't got really much to work with as far as the Houston Texans for 2020. You look at, they don't have a first round pick
or second.
So,
but they got Laramie Tunsil, who's a Pro Bowler.
They got Laramie Tunsil, and they definitely got some holes to fill as far as, J.J. Watt ain't getting any younger. Why I keep messing his name up? Marcellus. Is it Marcellus? Marcellus Whitney Marcellus. My fault. Whitney Marcellus. He's not getting any younger. The defensive back position, they got some holes there.
They got nothing there. They got nothing.
Really, like, whoever takes this head coaching job, I think you got to be patient. You really got to be patient, because you really ain't given really much to work with as far as year one is concerned. But they got the groundwork. You got your franchise quarterback in Deshaun Watson.
And that's the most important part. The most important part is you have what you're going to work with in the future with your quarterback position. Yeah. Deshaun Watson ain't going nowhere for the next 6 years, because he just got a deal out of this world too. So he's not going nowhere. So, I feel like a decision is going to have to be made when it comes down to J.J. Watt, though. I think they're going to have to make a tough decision with that. Do we keep him around because he is Mr. Houston Texan, or do we do what we need to do to kind of win, to make some moves? That's going to be a tough decision, because the city of Houston loves J.J. Watt like New Orleans loves Drew Brees. So I don't know. There's already been a lot of questionable decision making in that city anyway with Bill O'Brien. So Hey, do you really see J.J. Watt being another jersey outside of the Houston Texans? Maybe
Hey, man. How many great players done put on a different jersey at the end of their
Oh,
career?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
It really depends on what his cap hit is going to be for 2021.
I mean, it's ridiculous. He's still surviving off that $200-something million contract he got when he became the highest paid player in the damn league or something like that.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. When you bring in a new head coach and also a new general manager, which they still have an interview for a new general manager, which kind of doesn't make sense why they did head coach before general manager. They want to bring in their own guys. They want to implement their own system and scheme. So if that general manager and head coach are not on the same page with keeping JJ Watt,
it's a whole lot of 9-7 and 7-9.
And that cap
Right.
is friendly to the franchise. I could see the Houston
Well,
Texans.
they're not in a cap slump. Like, they have some capital because they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, which was a pretty big deal. And no, they weren't paying him.
And picked up a bad contract too.
Yeah, but it's a contract that you can move on from. You can move on from David Johnson's contract. They can cut him and just move on from that. I mean, can we just deal with the fact that he's done? Like, let's just deal with the fact that he was done. He had his moment.
He had like two good seasons, and
Yeah, he's done.
we can call it a day.
David Johnson's been done. He's been done for a minute now.
Hey, you can't ignore his that one season where he was the best back in the league.
Listen, look,
and stated it before the season started.
There is something we know for a fact. Running backs fall off the cliff like no other position in the NFL. And if you don't believe me, holler at your boy Howard Jordan in Philadelphia.
Oh my God. He ain't fall off a cliff. He's only 26 years old. He ain't even hit 30 yet.
Then why you look like a fullback?
Because y'all ain't got him in the right positions for him to succeed.
What's Philly doing with him then?
Right now, he ain't playing right now.
Come on, bro.
He ain't playing right now because of the fact that the Philly don't even know what they want to do. But when the time comes for Jordan Howard to hit the field again, because there's a reason why he's the second best running back since 2017. So,
yeah, I mean, the issue is all that old tape ain't exactly coming to fruition in 2020. What's the average lifespan on the NFL career? Was it 3.5 years?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years.
And it's even lower for running backs. So, look, man, 1 minute Jay Ajayi was out here tearing the league apart. Next minute,
200-yard rushing games.
Next minute, he was sitting on the bus next to me. So, that's what I'm trying to tell you. At the running back position, man, these dudes, they fall off a cliff real fast. Frank Gore is an anomaly. Bro. So,
I agree. All right, so this next topic, this means a lot to me.
I can't wait.
And I'm happy Shake decided to bring this to the table backstage as far as a topic, because I felt like he's been wrong in two organizations.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, Havoc, we're going to be talking about Josh Rosen. Obviously,
I can't wait.
Drafted in 2018 by the Arizona Cardinals, 10th pick overall. Ended up being traded to the Miami Dolphins during the 2019 draft because the Arizona Cardinals decided to go in a different direction as far as general manager and head coach, and they decided to go ahead and draft Kyler Murray first overall. Didn't exactly have a good season with the Miami Dolphins due to supporting cast.
Well, I think that decision has been proven to work.
You lucky this is no passes given, because you out here giving out all the passes so far.
As far as Josh Rosen, as far as his career so far, has 16 career starts, 2,845 yards, 12 touchdowns, and has 19 interceptions. Now, it gets signed by the San Francisco 49ers, which currently for the 49ers, I feel like this is a very, very interesting situation considering the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo's contract is very, very team friendly, so they can cut bait with him after this 2020 season and also with the injuries to the quarterback position for the San Francisco 49ers, I feel like Josh Rosen could get an opportunity to succeed with the 49ers.
Yeah, man. I mean, I have no reason to hate on Josh Rosen any longer. He is no longer the Miami Dolphins' problem. But what I will say is this. Outside of drug addiction, how many top 10 picks have been on 4 teams in their first 2 years? I think that's a list Josh Rosen inhabits by himself. What do I expect from Josh Rosen with the 49ers? Look, and I've said this before, when the Dolphins cut him and he went to the practice squad for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The life of a third string NFL quarterback is not a bad life. That's a great life to live. And that is, quite frankly, Josh Rosen's future. Now, if you honestly believe that the San Francisco 49ers, after killing Jimmy Garoppolo, after he was just in the Super Bowl, are going to settle for Josh Rosen, that ain't going to happen.
He struggled, Havoc. He struggled, and Nick Mullins, he's got an elbow injury. So these last couple of games, it may end up coming down to a tryout. What we have in Josh Rosen, what we have in Mullins, not Nick Mullins, C.J. Beathard.
Mm-hmm.
So
I understand that, and look, he's going to get a look. But all I know is, it appears that when teams get a look at Josh Rosen, they at a lot of times they look elsewhere. So that's just the facts. That's not me hating. That's just the facts.
That sounds like a hater to me.
Well, it's very inconvenient when hate and the facts line up, isn't it?
Shake.
All right. First things first. I have I've been on a few streams before, and you will never ever see footage of me saying I hated Josh Rosen. I still believed in Josh Rosen. I didn't want Josh Rosen on the team, but unfortunately, some people that knew a little bit more than me thought otherwise. But here's the thing. It's all about taking advantage of his skill sets. And I think if there's one coach that could take advantage of his skill sets, it's the other genius. Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan. I think one of the things that Kyle Shanahan is going to do is not necessarily put it all on his plate. There's going to
be a lot of bootleg stuff.
Yeah, because he has a knack for good running backs. So he's not gonna, just like with Tannehill in the Titans. The coach there took advantage of Ryan Tannehill's strengths, and made Ryan Tannehill have a new life. And I think that's what's gonna I'm not saying it's gonna happen. You never know. That's why we play the games. But I'm hoping that Josh Rosen does well here, because I think that hoping he learns too that he has to humble himself and not be this arrogant, entitled guy. Not in Miami, but how he was in Arizona. I think he humbled up. He humbled a little bit after that the Dolphins released, and I hope that he succeeds.
I did want to mention he's going home to California.
Yeah,
that is true. Look, man, and I think his most apt NFL comparison for Josh Rosen actually is Jared Goff. Like, when I look at both of them, very similar profiles. Neither, not particularly athletic. They're classic pocket passers. I mean, they're both kind of are fit, though. I guess what would be considered the old profile of an NFL quarterback. Not necessarily the new modern profile of an NFL quarterback. But look, man, 4th team in 2 years, bro. You got to land somewhere. You got to land somewhere. You know, you gotta spend more than a year somewhere. And even if they, San Francisco, they bring back Jimmy G for a year, and they keep Rosen as, a guy that come to bring in the training camp and compete. That's all you can ask for at this point, because all that top 10 privilege is gone. Like, he's got to earn anything he gets in the league now. He got to earn that, because he's not going to get that wink and that nod anymore. Like, the shine is worn off. You got to compete for a job like everybody else now. So whether he can do it or not, we'll see. We'll see.
Yep. Banks, what you got about this threat coming to the NFC South? Excuse me, West.
I don't know what threat you're talking about, but you already know how I feel about Josh Rosen, man. I never agree with him being the first pick. Anyway, I don't think he was that good of a quarterback. The guy had one good year in UCLA, and everybody went nuts when we see what happened after that. Like Havoc brings up a good point. It's a reason why he's been on 4 different teams. That's just what it is. He's considered a journeyman now.
Can I ask a question?
That's fair.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
After Jared Goff's first year with the Rams, right?
Right.
Were you satisfied with his play?
No, of course not. Why would I be satisfied with the way that he played his rookie year? Like, are you serious?
Would you want to cut? Would you want to cut him after that year?
No, I wouldn't. But
why?
Because there's talent there. Even with me being critical as Jared Goff, there's clear talent there. I don't think Josh Rosen is talented. I just don't think. I don't think he's good. I just feel like this is just another guy that everybody, like you primarily, because ain't nobody else in the NFL talking about this guy. Like, there's nobody else talking about him. That's just what it is.
This was a shake topic, so I didn't even put this in the inbox.
Well, I'm not going to throw it on Shea because I know Shea has. He's a fairly reasonable guy, but I know you love Josh Rosen.
Fairly reasonable.
Oh, he's absolutely reasonable. But I know your ass.
I don't know when Tua ends up coming into the picture. I don't think he's very reasonable.
Listen.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
If there are two names that no longer need to be in the same sentence, it's Tua and Josh Rosen, and that is something that is firmly established now.
I agree.
I can't wait for this Tua talk though.
And you know what? And Shake broke it down. Real talk. Oh no, I think Banks broke it down. Real talk. Josh Rosen is a journeyman quarterback. He's got to take what the NFL gives him now.
It's too early to tell at this point,
bro. If you've been on 4 teams in 2 years, that's a hell of a journey you've been on so far.
Right.
Just saying.
Like if honestly, if Josh Rosen makes it in the league, he gonna play on close to 8 to 9 teams probably.
He's a journeyman, bro.
He's gonna end up getting the starting job for the Niners.
He is not. The 49ers A would be on cocaine.
They will burn down that stadium if Josh Rosen is their starting quarterback.
I think they're going against me again, chat. Like, what is going on? Hey, check this out.
Look, they will burn that stadium.
Feet on the table. Feet on the table.
Oh my gosh.
Feet on the table.
Look, man.
Listen, don't let the Jets get your ass.
Yeah, right.
My feet on the table about this. Now I'm clipping this too.
How about you run back there and play that piano for us for a second?
Y'all not ready for that.
Yeah. Play us a sad song.
That's only for decoration.
That being said, the life of a journeyman quarterback is about as good a life as you could possibly live.
The life of Josh Rosen, you meant to say.
I mean, what? You get paid to practice, basically.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Right. Because you're not going to do nothing else, bro. I know that you're happy. You're excited. Josh Rosen's back in the league. He only has 2 games left to be thrilled about. Whoop-dee-damn-do. And he's out of here after that. No more.
All right.
No more Josh Rosen. He probably won't be on a roster next year.
When we have this conversation next year about the San Francisco 49ers being the NFC West champions, Josh Rosen is the quarterback. I don't want to hear, this is ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
And by the way, not Banks, great one. The Arizona Cardinals can't be the NFC West champions anymore. So
It's all good. As long as the Rams ain't the champions, I'm good, man.
That's okay. You'll see. We're gonna beat Seattle this week, though. We'll finish it with Seattle.
That's some tough talk
that's
after
for
losing to
Saturday.
the Jets.
My
Hey,
man,
listen.
yeah, he
Hey,
talking tough right now, ain't he? He talking
That's
real
some tough
tough.
talk after losing to the Jets, man.
You two just buckle your seatbelts on. This is gonna get this. Jared Goff is gonna go on a tear.
Oh, if we're talking about Jared Goff, I should buckle my seatbelt
Man,
in because it's about to be real bumpy.
You don't even believe what you just said just now. Jared Goff will go on and tear. Say it with your chest.
Hey, look, I understand as a fan, you gotta say some things about some players. You know, like I believe at some point the words "Let's give Joey Harrington a chance" came out of my mouth. So I understand you gotta ride with yours.
Dolphins fans were so happy when they got Joey.
I was hype. I was like, man, we got him for a steal. And it's like, oh, he's trash.
All right.
But like I said, that's why you play the game because, all right. Let me ask y'all this, and be honest with me. How many times have you said in an NFL season, "I didn't see that shit coming"?
Never.
Always.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of times.
I look at
So
my crystal ball and I know.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's whole MVP season was that for me.
You already know, Banks. I'm the NFL guru right now.
You're not.
Because you've
been wrong all year except for the Dolphins and the Rams game. And the Jets. You've been wrong all year, bro.
All year. We didn't record our numbers for the picks because I'm pretty sure most of my picks are right.
Look,
you know
man.
what? The fact that you actually predicted the Jets beating the Rams, you win the prediction score for the year because you win. That's just,
you know what? I think I need to start gambling.
Maybe that's a hell of a bingo pick right there. Money, pick the week the Jets are going to win a game.
Start gambling, and then on next week's episode, that piano's gonna be disappearing.
That piano ain't going nowhere.
You gonna see the boogie walk through the door and walk out with his
That piano ain't going nowhere. That's vintage. This is vintage back here. That's vintage.
Well, it's gonna be Vagon.
Vagon. Yeah, right. You keep betting on the Jets. They can come for that carpet next.
Oh no. I hate on the bachelor pad. But last topic of the day. The Pro Bowl. Obviously, I think last week we had the conversation about the Pro Bowl, how inaccurate the Pro Bowl is.
Yep.
We have a couple of snubs, obviously. I'm pretty sure you guys have some off the top of your head, but the most noticeable one is Banks' boy Tom Brady, but I'm good with that. I'm happy to see somebody else on the Pro Bowl ballot other than Tom Brady.
He doesn't play anyway, so what?
Yeah, he don't play anyway. So why would we waste our time voting for Tom Brady if he doesn't want to play? But the floor is y'all.
I mean, for me, the biggest Pro Bowl snub is Emmanuel Ogbah. You're talking about a guy that's on the verge of double-digit sacks for the season, and Frank Clark takes his spot. And I like Frank Clark, but Frank Clark ain't having the season Emmanuel Ogbah's having. And I'm sure, Ogbah's definitely going to make it as a reserve, but for him to not get that starting nod, man, that's a big-time snub. And also, Jason Sanders. You gonna keep him at the Pro Bowl too?
I definitely agree with Jason Sanders, but Emmanuel Ogbah, I don't think
is Justin Jefferson in that.
He's a Pro Bowler. Yeah,
yes.
Justin Jefferson's a Pro Bowler. Him and Chase Young are the rookie Pro Bowlers.
Awesome. They deserve it. They deserve it. But of course, I feel Tom Brady got snubbed. Whether he's going to play or not doesn't matter.
Be honest. You got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Kyler Murray as far as the NFC Pro Bowler quarterbacks.
Who are you taking out?
Who you taking out? Because
Aaron Rodgers.
you got three MVP
See ya.
candidates right
Get rid
here.
of the fake goat and put the real goat in there.
You got three NFL MVPs.
Buy Aaron
right
Rodgers. Get rid of the fake goat, the baby goat, and put the
You're
real
taking
goat.
out Aaron Rodgers.
You got to get that hate out your heart, dog.
We gonna put some. We
I
gonna
keep
put
on
the
telling
real
you
goat
that.
in.
I keep on telling you that.
Wait, who won the head to head? Who won the head to head?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
Come on, man.
It does matter,
bro. It doesn't matter.
Look,
if football is a team sport.
This is what drives me crazy. When talking about who won their head-to-head, they didn't play tennis. They played football.
Right.
No, don't do that because that's what everybody likes to throw up when the Peyton Manning and Tom Brady battle. No, don't do that.
What you mean?
Don't do that. This ain't tennis. The offense is playing their defense.
Clearly, Tom Brady had the better team in those matchups. You know what I'm saying?
True. Not necessarily true. So Tom Brady didn't have the better players, did he?
You know, he had a better team and coach.
No.
So he got the greatest coach of all time.
He has the greatest coach of all time and better team.
Peyton Manning was given Edwin James, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison. Bruh.
Yeah.
Are we serious? Are you serious? Those are 3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
What did Tom Brady have besides Rob Gronkowski and Randy Moss?
Aaron
He
Hernandez.
had Deion Branch.
Aaron
he had
Hernandez.
Troy Brown. I mean, well, RIP Aaron Hernandez. But besides that,
I'm just saying. How do you know? How do you know really a player is good until you play with him?
Wes Welker. He had Wes Welker for a hot minute.
He had Wes Welker, David Givens.
Don't forget the guy Dante
Stallworth. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hall of Fame tight end.
Oh, why aren't y'all naming Hall of Famers? That's
had a handful of Pro Bowl offensive linemen, you know.
Why aren't you guys naming Hall of Famers?
Is Reggie Wayne in the Hall of Fame?
He should be.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
But he ain't in yet. So
he's a Hall of Fame. You know what I'm talking about.
You can't say that now. He ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Man, please. Man, please. Man, what in the words of the great Chad Johnson? Child, please.
I agree with you. I agree with you that Brady is the GOAT, but that has nothing to do with it.
I mean, Banks. Shake, what is wrong with you? He is not the GOAT.
Didn't I tell you Shake is reasonable, bro?
He ain't reasonable. He drunk. That's what he is. He ain't reasonable. He's drunk.
Look, man. Brady's got it, man. Brady's got it, man. He's the GOAT. Nah, I'm not saying he's the most talented quarterback of all time.
Most definitely not.
But he is the GOAT. I will give him that.
Bro, it's the conversation of if you would put Aaron Rodgers or a Peyton Manning with a Bill Belichick, would they have more rings than Tom Brady?
No, you have the same amount. You have the same amount as rings.
No, hell no. Oh,
you have the same amount as rings.
No, I think Aaron Rodgers would have owned the league for 2 decades.
Man, please.
Aaron Rodgers been owning the league.
Man, please. I ain't seen Aaron Rodgers do nothing since he won the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers been owning the league.
He would have run out of fingers for them rings.
I ain't seen Aaron Rodgers do nothing until he won the Super Bowl. After he won the Super Bowl.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot. Aaron Rodgers has done a lot.
With Mike McCarthy?
Man, please.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Banks. If you give Aaron Rodgers, Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, are we going to argue about that? The greatest coach of all time? Anybody?
If was a fifth, I'll be drunk. We're not going to play the if game.
Bro,
listen to me. This is the reason why Brady is the GOAT over Aaron Rodgers is because he doesn't put his ego over. Aaron Rodgers has a huge ego, and what I say that is, to win. Tom Brady wanted to win games. Tom Brady didn't give shit if he had through 30 passes or 10 passes. As long as whatever it took to win the game, that's what Tom Brady did. Aaron Rodgers wanted to win the game on his back, and there was no talking out about it. There was no changing his mind.
Real quick, Shake, because this is what irks my freaking nerves about y'all with Tom Brady. That defense for the Patriots has bailed Tom Brady out so many freaking times.
You mean the defense did their job?
What you mean the defense did their job?
So what about the time when the defense didn't do their job? I.e. the Atlanta Falcons game when they ran it up on the Patriots in the first half. They just ran it up.
Did they not make 3 straight stops for the Patriots to come back into that game?
They did what they're supposed to do. That's my point I'm making.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is look at the playoff games that Aaron Rodgers had to play where he had to put up 40+ points to win those games. And still ended up losing.
Crap. But there's been a lot of games. There's been a lot of games, but there's been a lot of games that Aaron Rodgers just didn't show up. Like that's just what it is, bro. It's Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know about that one.
If he puts up 40 points, he didn't show up.
Did you see the playoffs last year? Did you watch the playoffs last year?
Bro, the defense couldn't stop.
They couldn't stop.
Aaron Rodgers did not play good either.
Aaron Rodgers could have played a perfect game, and you still would have lost, bro.
Oh my God! You talking about the same defense that played lights out all season long up until that game?
Yeah, that's what the Packers do.
Murdered.
See, that's my problem with Aaron Rodgers. That's my problem.
Why
Aaron
Rodgers?
No, it's not blaming him because everybody's giving him the same damn excuses that they gave Peyton Manning. At the end of the day, you have to find a way to get the job done. There's been no better quarterback than Tom Brady than getting the job done.
Aaron Rodgers cannot play cornerback.
It must be nice to have the best scoring defense, well, top 5 scoring defense in the past
20 years in a row.
20 years.
Right, but that's
it
not
must
like,
be
but
nice.
But okay, so when you say that, go back and watch Tom Brady's statistics in the Super Bowls and when he's winning. Go back and watch them. Not the earlier years. We're talking about the later years. Look at Tom Brady's numbers. Without him being a starting quarterback in that game, they're not winning that game.
The Rams, Tom Brady ain't do a damn thing. It's pretty nice that the defense did their job and held the Rams to what, 3 points, 10 points, something like that.
But don't forget, Tom Brady made a beautiful throw. One throw. He did it.
One
That's
throw.
the point I'm making.
One throw. I guarantee you, Aaron Rodgers make up 50 good throws, and that it would be a totally different ball game. It'd be 50-0.
Then okay, then. And so if that's the case, based on what you guys are saying about Aaron Rodgers, there should be a Super Bowl trophy based on how the Packers are looking right now. There better be a Super Bowl trophy. And what makes this situation, makes this conversation so unique and so special, there's a good likelihood that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers could possibly end up playing each other in the playoffs. So I hope to God, if that does happen, Aaron Rodgers shows up because I trust my guy. I trust Brady. I trust Brady no matter what. No matter what the regular season says, I trust that Tom Brady's going to get the job done. Man, I don't trust Aaron Rodgers.
Here's what I know. Tom Brady is the GOAT for one reason and one reason alone. He was the quarterback for the New England dynasty and never made more than like $10 million a season. That's the real cheat code of the New England dynasty. Tom Brady could have been the highest paid player in the league at any point in his career, and he took $10 million a season. That's an extra. That's basically the league has a salary cap for every team. You give the New England Patriots an extra $15 million a season. That's why Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Again, that's why that goes to ego. That's what I said about ego.
Can you believe that's actually one of the reasons why Brady walked out of New England?
No,
because he wanted the Patriots to finally pay him. I want to be paid. He didn't want to leave New England.
His wife's net worth is so much more than Tom Brady.
Man, that's his wife money. At the end of the day,
his wife money.
Listen,
they together.
They married. What you mean?
No. Okay, this is how the wife money works. This is how that marriage money works. Regardless of how much his wife is worth, if they divorce right now, Tom Brady gonna pay her.
Nope.
No.
I bet you he will.
Nope.
I bet you he will.
You got it messed up how much Giselle makes in a year. If you honestly think Tom Brady is paying, Tom Brady's going to pay Giselle?
I guarantee you.
Y'all making this case of Tom Brady has no ego because he took a pay cut. Well, if you sit back and look at what Giselle is making, I can understand that. But everybody's pockets ain't the same.
At no point in Tom Brady's career has he made more money than his wife. Period.
Of course not. She's a supermodel. Like he's not going to make.
Then why would he be paying her if they got divorced? If they got divorced?
Because that's not like it's never happened before. We've seen people get paid. That's millionaires. There's a thing called alimony.
You don't get paid. You don't do the paying if the person makes more money than you.
Oh,
You don't get the
Exactly.
paying.
Thank you.
That's
Listen.
how alimony works. You don't
Listen.
you don't get paid if the other person. Come on, bro.
Listen, there's
Come
a
on, bro.
situation here. Listen here. There's one thing that DeVore and I have in common. There's one thing for sure that we have in common. There's a thing called child support, and we make way more money than the mothers of our children. We make way more money than them. Way more money than them.
If I gotta go back, I'm gonna sell my piano.
DeVore, please let them know. Those courts don't care nothing about that. They will put your behind on them
No,
papers.
here's what you fail to understand. They don't care nothing about you and DeVore when
Right.
it comes to Tom Brady and Giselle.
I
That's a
don't
whole different legal
I don't
system
see
they
it.
dealing
You're
with.
dealing with a hurt woman.
Hey.
A hurt woman walking to court crying, upset, and whatever.
Man,
Listen,
I guarantee that.
I remember. You remember who J Lo's first husband was?
Mark Anthony?
Mark Anthony.
No.
Oh, the dancer, right?
Yeah, he
Or he's
took
like a model
her to the. He was a dancer. He took her to the cleaners.
Of course, he's
Oh,
a dancer. She's J-Lo.
don't forget the guy that used to be married to Britney Spears.
Yes.
Oh, Federline? Yeah.
Mhm. He took her to the cleaners. So
It's about
not
who's got the
about-
most money.
Exactly, and Giselle has more money. So if anything, Tom Brady could take her to the cleaners.
Man, I don't see that happening. It depends on the situation. If Tom Brady got caught in a cheating scandal or something like that, and she walk in the room with with eyes full of tears, and they'll find a way to screw Brady. I hope it doesn't happen. I mean, why are we talking about Brady? You know what? They're in a happy marriage. Can we stop talking about this? The nerve of us.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
but hey, one thing I want to bring up, DeVore, is
The nerve.
that irk feeling that you just had just a while ago about us talking about Tom Brady. That irk feeling, you know how that irk feeling that you just had?
Yeah.
Now you know how I feel about every time you talk about Adam Gase.
I swear. If I see Cameron in the streets, oh my gosh, that's a 2-piece on site.
All right. So before we close this out, we got 4 games to make picks on. The Minnesota Vikings versus the New Orleans Saints is going to be the Friday 4:30 game. Who y'all got?
I'll take the Saints.
I'm going to take the Saints.
Who Saints and who?
Vikings.
Drew Brees is back, right?
Yeah, I think
he
so.
struggled last week, so I might end up having to take the Vikings.
I'm with you, DeVore.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings.
Cook's about to cook.
Yeah,
So
boy.
you might as well call that your upset special then, because
There's only 2 games, so one of them's got to be upset.
yeah, one of them.
Oh no, this next game is going to be my upset special. But I'm going with the Vikings. 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, the 26th, my birthday. The Buccaneers versus the Lions.
Oh, Buccaneers.
You actually gonna
Bucks.
pick the Lions to be?
Bro, the Lions
You know
don't
what?
have a head coach. The Lions literally have no organizational structure at all right now.
Clip this one too. While you're at
Like,
it.
yeah, yes, the Buccaneers.
Give me the Bucks, man.
Who is the head coach?
But hold on.
Who's the head coach
Hold on.
for Detroit?
Then again, it doesn't matter because the Bucks are cemented into the playoffs. So
It's not the last game of the season, though.
They got it's one more game left after this week, so
Yeah, they
but
don't.
they're
They
still
don't.
cemented in. They're
They
cemented in there.
don't usually start playing that game until the last game of the season.
I'm still going with my Lions.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What are we getting into for top 5?
Shake, did you want to poll the question at the end of the pod, or how'd you want to approach this?
Are we going to?
Yeah, we like I said, we're gonna do I wanted to do the top 5 of our favorite. You got to pick up a favorite. You got to pick a favorite console.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this will be for Saturdays, of course. You pick a favorite console of yours, either Sega or Nintendo. It has to be for one of those, and then you just pick your top 5 games for that system.
Okay, I like that.
That'll work.
All right.
All right. NFC West showdown. The San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals, 4:30 Eastern, Saturday.
I'll take Arizona.
Give me the 49ers.
Shit. I'm taking 49. I'll take Arizona.
Upset.
I think they're going. This is like their playoffs for Arizona. So I think Arizona is gonna come full strength.
It's a damn shame because I don't think Josh Rosen's gonna play, and this would be the ultimate revenge game for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
but he'll get to play him again next year if he stays.
You're right. But today I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals.
Okay.
Unless something magical happens where he ends up coming in, I'm taking the Cardinals.
No, because he has that COVID protocol, so he's not going to be playing. So
49ers upset special.
You need this, don't you?
Oh, we still talking about that Cardinals and Rams playoffs thing. If they lose, you're done, buddy. You're done. If they lose, we're in. So I just want you to know that. If they lose, we're in. So just know that.
Now, what if you lose?
We're still in. Because we beat them.
Y'all beat them both times?
We'll beat them in our last game of the season. We'll beat them.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we'll beat them.
Okay.
They're not ready for us.
Make sure I highlight that next week.
Hey man,
a lot of timestamps this episode. A lot of timestamps.
I hope you guys don't lose to Gary Coleman this next week. So.
All right, so you got the primetime game. Finally, the Miami Dolphins get a primetime game at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, right.
When last time y'all said that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
I mean,
against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah, Thursday night football. Yeah,
who watched that game?
I did.
I did.
Of course we did.
You know what? I'm feeling kind of frisky. I want to change my upset special. Primetime game. Gardner Minshew seems to play really good football when the limelights are on. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Miami Dolphins for the upset special.
No, they're playing the Raiders.
I thought they were playing the Dolphins.
Wait, we're talking Dolphins Raiders, right?
I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, we're talking Dolphins Raiders.
I thought the Dolphins were playing the Jags. Oh, damn it.
No, the Dolphins played the Jags already this season.
All right, well, you know what? It still doesn't matter. Give me the Raiders over the Dolphins.
Obviously, I'm going
The Raiders were about to lose to the Jets.
They're going to beat you guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Big, huge playoff implications in this game, too, by the way.
No, I'm joking. Give me the Dolphins. The Raiders suck, man. Raiders are terrible. They're a bad team, man.
Gruden's got 10 years.
Yeah, but I don't even think John Gruden's a problem though. But
I do
say that. I don't think so.
I do. He's a big, huge problem.
Yeah, when you got players like Spider Bananas and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm taking the Dolphins. I don't think y'all thought I was gonna take the Raiders.
I definitely think Brian Flores is a better head coach than John Gruden. That's not even a question.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, you can't really say that at this point because
I
he got a Super Bowl ring.
I don't think that's a good thing, bro.
You know,
a Super Bowl ring with Tony Dungy's team.
Nope.
Yeah, true, but you know.
And you know there are some rumblings. There are some rumblings.
Won a Super Bowl with Bill Cowher's team.
There are some rumblings about some conversations that Bill Callahan and John Gruden had before the Super Bowl. But we'll leave that for another day.
Everybody picked the Dolphins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Dolphins.
I did want to say, because since we talk about coaches winning Super Bowls with other coaches,
man, my phone is freaking dying.
Now, this is gonna be quick, man. This is gonna be quick. It's just a little thing here because this is the third time now in Pittsburgh where we had a player issue as far as discipline. Is that a head coaching issue or is that a just?
I think that's on the player a lot of times. Like look at Josh Gordon. That's on Josh Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Look at AB.
What you mean? Look at AB. We've been having issues in Pittsburgh for quite some time now. We've been having issues with Ben Roethlisberger.
For the most part, Tomlin's kept it pretty quiet.
Hey,
Yeah.
but it's consistent issues. Ben Roethlisberger had an issue at one point in time.
Well,
Le'Veon, that situation, how that was handled, I didn't agree with. The Antonio Brown situation, by him being sent home, excuse me, Mike Tomlin told me he didn't have to practice. Obviously, the whole fiasco after that. And then now we have the Juju Smith-Schuster dancing on the Cincinnati Bengals logo, which I love the hit Von Bell put on him.
Mm-hmm. He was asking for it.
So, what's up?
I mean,
y'all Hall of Fame head coach, man. That's y'all Hall of Fame head coach. Got to keep his players in line. We having consistent issues here in Pittsburgh.
Man, listen, man. We in the year of 2020. You talking about keeping players in line. You can't tell these dudes nothing nowadays, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't like back in the day when dudes was car salesmen in the off season. But ain't no keeping dudes in line anymore. Like when you can't tell a dude that makes literally
$40 million a year.
Literally makes $150 million more than you what to do in his personal time. All you can do is hope that you have a culture where there's some accountability. But after that, I mean, you know, what you gonna tell a millionaire?
That's true. But I don't see no other team doing it, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Final thoughts, fellas?
Mm-hmm. just had to slip in some Tomlin hate. Just to cap it off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I ain't never seen no other team do a Facebook Live in the locker room.
Listen, AB had a year I've never seen from a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about his time in Pittsburgh. I'm talking about how he got a signing bonus. All he had to do was be on the roster on the regular season, and he would have got a $30 million check, and he couldn't even do that. So it's hard for me to say that's on Tomlin.
What's the excuse for Le'Veon Bell for not getting his money?
Weed.
Oh, that's what it is.
What, you ain't seen Martavius Bryant in the league?
Well, hey,
you guys found out about Josh Gordon, huh?
You
hear about Josh Gordon again?
Hey,
man, I'm tired of him getting all these chances. How come we couldn't get this many chances with Dion when he was with the Dolphins?
Wait, Dion who?
Jordan.
Come on, man.
Jordan.
The problem is the reason why Dion Jordan didn't get the chances is because he never produced. You gotta produce first, and then you get the chances. Man, Jordan never produced in the first place.
We traded up to get him. We need to give him all the possible chances we could possibly get.
Yeah, I mean, bro, the man was effectively suspended or injured his first 3 years in the league. Like how many? Like, bro, his rookie contract was up. Like you gonna extend him? You gonna extend him? Are you going to extend him?
He's not really doing anything in in San Francisco.
Yeah, he's a rotational guy now, basically. You know.
Yeah. But on that note, anybody else got anything they like to get off their chest before we close this out?
Trade Jared Goff.
Who's gonna take him?
I guess that's gonna be a free agency move that we're gonna be looking out for. This March.
I will say that I would love to see Jared Goff and Adam Gase together, and the AFC East for the next 10 years.
No, I think Adam Gase is gonna end up staying with the Jets with Sam Darnold.
You think Sam Darnold's staying?
Yep, the Rams already solidified that for him.
Okay, we'll see.
Yep.
If I'll tell you though, if the NFL draft comes around and Justin Fields is on the board, I don't see them looking past him.
Oh, me neither.
Actually, but you know what? I was talking to somebody. It'd be scary though if they stick with this guy Sam Darnold, and they get Penei Sewell with Mekhi Becton. Oh man, you have some.
I don't think Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback. I'm just being.
You have some bookends.
I don't think Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Sean McVay had Sam Darnold. It'll be a different story.
Yeah, I'll take that over Jared Goff.
I like that. But one more note. As far as the New York Jets receiving core, considering the fact all three of them were healthy the past 3 weeks. Rashard Perryman, Denzel Mims, and Jamison Crowder. Those are pretty bad boys. And you got to see it firsthand, didn't you, Banks?
So that being said, man, Merry Christmas to everybody, man.
I see the board trading his aqua for green.
Yeah, right. You taking that orange off. You just all green now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mr.
I knew you were a low key Jets fan, bro. You see, this is why you can't trust Dolphins fans that ain't from Florida.
Hey man, I go where the money is. I go where the money is.
You bought a piano with it.
Maybe
seriously though, make sure you get out that house before the owners come back.
Hey, when I be giving you the hint, hey, it's time to go with the underdog. Y'all better hop on to it. I'll tell you what, this piano ain't free. Well, it ain't free either.
Well, it ain't free. Let me know who bought it then.
Hey,
is it me or does it look like it's daytime outside of DeVore's house?
Yeah, man. Well, I thought you were on the East Coast, bro. That's
hey, those are just my patio lights, the LEDs.
Okay.
Ballin'.
Yeah, them LEDs right there.
Heading them with them 24-hour lights, huh?
Hey, you better hope your baby mama don't see this podcast.
Take your ass back to court with the quickness. See that pad?
Yeah.
Look, he got LED lights, porch lights.
Ain't got to worry about her.
You better hope your baby mama don't see this. You done.
This couch back here, it look big enough for you. You can sleep on it anytime.
I'll be there.
But yeah, man. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and if we're not here Saturday, happy birthday to you, DeVore.
Yep, same to you, bro. Same thing. Happy birthday,
Likewise.
DeVore. If we're not here Saturday, Merry Christmas to everybody. Have it shape, DeVore. Appreciate you, boys, man. Hope y'all guys have a great time. I actually want to acknowledge DeVore just for a quick second. I end up sending DeVore a Christmas gift today. He thought it was bribery, but it's not. It's the least I can do for all your work that you do, man. Thank you for the upgrades to the podcast today with the channel tickers at the bottom and all that stuff. That's really nice, man. That's why I had to, get you a nice little gift for your hard work, bro. Because I appreciate you. I always tell you that, bro. Yeah, I definitely appreciate everything that you've done, that you do for the podcast, man. This is, like I said, this was my dream, and you just were a part of it. You helped me, you helped me come up with this.
Real quick before you continue, do you like the red or should we make this a different color?
I think the red is nice. I mean, I think the red is nice.
Which I think.
Well, I mean,
red is good. Switch up. We can switch up every once in a while.
I wouldn't be mad if you looked at other colors.
Hey, we're not. Dunks is not aqua.
Hey, it's going. It's Christmas colors, man.
Listen, look. If it's something where we're gonna have some variety to it, I'm down with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm definitely
spice of life.
Open to suggestions. Also, I'm looking for a. Well, we only have like 3 people in the chat right now. I'm looking for a sketch artist for our next logo. So
yeah, and we need an intro too. If you happen to know anybody that does an intro, I don't think the guy that I was working with, unfortunately, and I don't like chasing people down. I'm kind of upset about that, but whatever. We're trying to look for a nice little intro for the podcast as well. We try to do it big on here. We try to do it big.
And I want your feedback on this. When the off season comes and it's kind of slow, I have a lot of things that I have conjured up in the kitchen. I would like to take you back into Shake's kitchen in the off season and do a little bit more cooking videos.
Man, you don't. I was thinking about making a video today because I'm actually making ribs right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a mount. That's my main thing. So once I get my mount, and I'm already making food videos, so
right.
Once I get that mount,
Speaking of ribs, I made a bomb steak yesterday, boy.
That's what's up.
Right there on the stove. Let me know what you think.
Yeah,
right there on the stove top, dog. Pulled it out.
While it was sizzling, you were playing piano, drinking wine.
Nah.
Babe,
I sat back.
Here. I want to talk to you.
Put that joint on the stove, then I butterflied that joint, right? I butterflied it. You don't. Havoc know what I'm talking about.
I know. Yeah. So wait. So did you butterfly it before you put it in the pan?
Nah. When we ended up having the ends all nice and brown, I butterflied it towards the end to get that inside.
Yo,
some
why
cook.
you being all sensual? Why you so close to your camera?
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Pause.
Do you eat your steak well done, Devore?
I got to.
God.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, real quick.
Because when you
he's
said
a
butterfly,
well-
I'm
he's a
like,
well
wait.
For sure.
Got to.
I was like, wait, butterfly. Wait, butterfly in the pan. It's gonna. Oh, you eat your steak well done, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting how he wanted his steak charred one day when we went out to eat. He like, yo, this not well done. He put
Devore.
Black. 3 times to put it back on.
I like it
Devore.
black.
The steak, the damn thing is already dead.
Hey,
You don't have to give it a second funeral.
It's
Right.
it's still juicy. When you butterfly it, it's still juicy.
Do you understand who you're talking to? Because I know for a fact. The only thing you can butterfly and stays juicy is like a skirt steak, or ribeye, maybe. You weren't messing with the fillet. You had like, what'd you have, like a New York, a sirloin, something like that?
Do you see this piano back here?
Yeah.
You know damn well I got me a filet mignon.
Okay. Listen, I digress. You definitely have a fine bottle of Merlot in the basement with a piano like that.
Oh my God! He say,
I got a
you see the
cellar.
piano back here?
I got a cellar of wine. A cellar of wine.
You died, yeah, right?
Oh my God! You
Oh,
gotta get
no,
a
no.
piano lesson one day, bro. On the cast, bro. You got to.
Hey, this is for decoration. Ray Charles played on this.
Oh my God. Ray Charles playing on that.
Richard Pryor was over here the other night.
Richard Pryor set his hair on fire on my piano.
Him and Red Fox.
Oh, y'all didn't know Alicia Keys built this piano with their bare hands.
All right. So on that note, we're gonna have a discussion backstage about as far as the next podcast for this week. Because I don't know. It's the Miami Dolphins Saturday night. It's a playoff implicating game, 8:15. It needs my undivided attention. So we most definitely going to have that conversation backstage. But appreciate everybody that came through. Jay Hearn, Hofel, I hope I said that right. And obviously Rev that came through this evening, and everybody else that's backstage, in the comment section, watching the stream, but didn't exactly leave a comment. Appreciate you guys coming through. Merry Christmas. Be sure to leave a like.
Merry Christmas, niggas.
Yep, leave a like and definitely subscribe and most definitely share. This is the Not for Debate podcast. We're up out of here, man.
See y'all.
Yeah, stay safe.